Hi, Kristen. How are you? Welcome to my side chat here in the great Midwest, USA, where we are under a tornado watch at 10 p.m. So if I should hit the land of Oz, I just wanted to say hey to everybody and see what everybody was up to. Hi, Thunder, Sassy, and Funky. Love, 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 hugs, hugs. Oh, Kristen, the husband asked me if I wanted to go to the basement, and I said, "No, I'll see you on the other side. I'll be the one with the real pearly white wings." I don't trust that this old ratty house would stay up on its foundation. I'd be crushed under the house just from the wind, and I would have been perfectly fine if I would have stayed up here. Hi, Gypsy. Always good to see you. I tell you, these YouTube streets, boy, it's just been a trip down memory lane every freaking day. I need to know what's going on here and now. Geez, oh, Pete, let's see. I started out on MFW's channel in February of 2017. I'm going to need a lot of clips because I can't even tell you what I did last week, let alone all that time ago. Oh my God, Punky, repetitive is the word. You want to know how annoying it was? At supper time, we listened to a Christian radio channel. And right then, it's always the call in for prayer thing. And there was this poor guy, Larry, who was who was asking for a prayer, but he repeated himself like 6 times. It's like, "Okay, Larry, it was nice to hear from you. Goodbye." I'm just dismissing people left and right in real life on YouTube everywhere. I got no time for repeatyville. I'm old. I need all new things all the time. Oh my god, Punky, I've been over that for what, 6 months now? Jeez, oh, Pete. And I love and adore Sarah, but if I have to hear her tell her whole history again one more time, I will pluck a kidney out of a neighbor or something. I just can't do that. Hi, Chad, how are you? So what's new with you all? Somebody's gotta have something new. Anybody start their garden yet? You won't be doing that here in the Midwest anytime soon, evidently. No, Chad, we're under a tornado watch, so I could end up in the land of Oz. I don't know. When you live by a Great Lake, the Great Lake tends to suck all of the energy out of storms. So they'll go on and on for days and days how you need to prepare and do this and do that, and the day of the storm, nothing, crickets. Like, we've got thunder going on, and it looks, like it could be almost midnight out, but we'll probably only end up with rain. Hi, Jason, how are you? Okay, Punky, but when you put "Be right back" in my side chat, I expect all the details when you get back. Oh, you had me at salted caramel, chief. That's one of my favorite things. Yep, Chad, we're, uh we're finally gonna get a spring storm, and I guarantee you it won't be anything. And the other day, it was just mostly the wind, and so it was trees. Now, what we have are 3 million-year-old trees, and then we have that butcher guy that gets on that, thing on the side of the road, and he uses that big claw and, claws at the under the overgrowth on the side of the road, and sometimes it takes up a little bit of the tree, and after a while, if we have a lot of rain, those trees get saturated because the bark's been stripped, and then they'll come down and go across the road and cause all kinds of chaos. So no, Chad, I am not traveling, but if you could travel anywhere and, money was not an issue, where would you go and how would you get there? Hi, Les, love ya. Did you get all your granny squares done? So there is this thing out west called the Oriental Express, and it looks like a Chinese interior train, and that is on my husband's bucket list, and I would like to go there. Or I would like to go on a riverboat cruise on a steamship. A paddle boat, I mean, not a steamship. That's how you smuggle people to another country. No, thanks. Well, don't y'all answer at one time. Just saying. Oh, Australia would be good. I have a friend that goes they go to Australia once a year for some kind of big concert. I don't know what it's called. She's probably told me, and I'm just. Oh, queen size. If anybody out there quilts, I just want you to know I saw the cutest little puppy quilt. Get with me. Uh, my birthday and Christmas are coming up, just saying, just throwing that out there. Chad, I always thought I would like to go to Singapore, but then we heard from these missionaries that actually did go there, and I would never be wealthy enough to go to the good part of Singapore. I would be in the sketchy part. So maybe I'll just stay here. So I don't really have much to say. Uh, my my life was going to be about if you could get a 1 by 1 inch tattoo and it would end on in the middle of your forehead and it would end world hunger, would you do it? The only catch is that the tattoo would be so offensive to everyone that no one would ever be around you again. So you would have this tattoo, you would have ended world hunger, but you would have no more human interaction for the rest of your life. Would you do it? You know, Ted, I've pretty much been everywhere in the United States, and if we're going from home, Indiana, to Florida, I don't count any state where we didn't at least spend a day or see some kind of a site there. If we just simply drove through it, that state does not. Yes, yes, Chad, the Scarface sacrifice, if you will. Les, my mom used to always love to crochet. She would crochet while she watched old movies, or if she wasn't doing that, she always had one of those big paper grocery bag paper bags of those El Cheapo romance novels, and she'd plow through like 4 or 5 of those every night. I can't talk tonight. Hi, Magda. Nice to see you. Hi, Sarah. Sarah, I talked about you earlier. Just so you know, before somebody tells you, there's a tariff party. Hi, Hondo. It was so nice to see you the other day. I hadn't seen you in forever. I hope everything is good. Sarah, I was just commenting that if somebody made you tell your whole history again, I was gonna have to pluck a kidney out of a neighbor or something. I just can't do it. I, I just hope you stomp your little foot, Sarah, and say, I am not going through that again. Again. Oh yeah, I know, Magda. We won't be able to afford anything by next week. But that's okay. We can't afford much now anyway. I was thinking about sending my landlord a couple of 18 count eggs for my rent. I just started doing it, Hondo. I'm still in my first pay cycle, and I have till the 17th to decide if this is something I really want to do or if I want to move on and do something new. And it was always good to see you. And does Dungeon go live anymore? Yeah, Magda, to a point, but it's like anything else. When you have attention deficit disorder, like I love to read, but once you've done something like 2 or 3 days in a row or 2 or 3 times in a row, your mind just won't concentrate on it anymore. Well, I want to get something, Hundo, because I always thought that I would be able to publish my side chat with Zoom, but I guess you can't. Well, I can't on the level that I'm on, or I just haven't figured it out. And I don't understand. Like, it's not really that impressive to even me listening back to just hear just me. Hi, Mike. How you doing? Well, I'm glad that work is going good, Hondo. There's a lot of people out there with, the opposite hap. Oh, I like that, my Magda. I saw this one puzzle that was, it was a picture of a man putting a puzzle together, and the puzzle he was putting together was a man putting a puzzle together, and inside that was a picture of a man putting a puzzle together, and I thought, "Oh my gosh, I would never even attempt that." Well, Magda, there's nothing else to do there in Texas, Florida, Georgia, or Hawaii, or wherever you are, or you're in the Ukraine. My mom didn't. My mom was an avid reader and crocheter, but my grandma, she had a dining room table all dedicated just to puzzles. The puzzle stayed there, and if it was the last three pieces of puzzle, everyone knew not to touch that. If you put the last piece of puzzle together, my grandma would punish you by not feeding you right. But I think that's sweet, Magda. Magda, you need to get one of those little coffee tables that's really a puzzle table, and then, you just, slide the top back on it, and your puzzle is there, and you don't have to worry about that. My cat would be the one scattering pieces everywhere. How long does it take you to put a puzzle together, Magda? Oh, nice. Now, see, I don't mind doing the water therapy thing, but to just throw me in a pool and tell me to swim to that end and swim back, no, I can't. No, I'm too old. You could probably put a rope around me and drag me the length of the pool and back. Oh, that's not bad, Magda, for a 1,000-piece puzzle. Oh, yeah, Hundo, I can't do that. I got a one step up from a flip phone. I am so cheap. I It's like if all I'm gonna do is, check my Twitter and get a text here and there, I'm not paying $1,500 for it. Screw that. I pay attention to my phone so little that, I kept leaving it at Menards on accident to the point where the manager at Menards would send me an email saying, "Look, you're neglecting me." She would send me an email from and pretend she was my phone. And it was the most hilarious thing. I wish I would've saved those. Sarah, me and my husband and I used to go fishing, and I would tell him, "You're just not using the right bait. You're not doing this, you're not doing that." So while I throw my line in the water, and then while I'm over telling him or picking a shiny, thing for him, I would go back and there would always be a fish on it. The last time, it frustrated him so much, he said he did not wanna fish with me anymore. See, now, Hondo, I do use my, phone for Square when I do the farmer's market, and Square sent me a thing going, "We understand the economy and blah, 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 but your phone is so far behind that we don't support that. You're gonna have to upgrade." So, my phone is a 7. And they want me to at least be a 13, and if I'm a 13 at 13, then it's still going to be outdated within the next couple of years. I am so behind, so far. See, Magda, why do people feel they have to do that? If they're not even interested in it, just roll on by. There's plenty of people out there that'll cause chaos with you without having to cause chaos to people that don't even want any chaos. See, I know you when you throw out numbers, I got no idea. It sounds like a Hondo when it says 1. I know that's not new. I know, Magda. But, like, if you're in the troll community, if you're gonna start a channel, you just know there's gonna be trolls. If you're in the drama community and you know there's and you just know there's gonna be drama. But if you're, like, in some other, 'cause even, some of the Christian channels that I watch, they have all kinds of crap too. It's like, why? Why do people do that? You gotta have a miserable life to do something like that. I think I lost a lot of people. Evidently, there's a lot more people, going live nowadays. When I first started this a couple weeks ago, there wasn't anybody going live hardly. Good to hear, Hondo, at the moment. Maybe when you get some extra time. Wink, wink. Well, Magda, I don't know. Some of them are acting like this is their peak. I don't think they're ever gonna reach adulthood. Not in their thinking anyway. I haven't heard thunder for a while now, so there went our good, tornado warning weather. Oh, that's nice, Magda. 43 is pretty impressive for, singing from what I remember. Hi, R&D. It's good to see ya. In case you're wondering why this might be my last stream, we were under a tornado watch, but I think I'm gonna stay right here. No Oz land for me. Yeah, Magda, that I've noticed that, like, everybody will be like, I went to Barbie's this morning, and there was really only, like, maybe 16 people there, and I thought, "Oh, everybody must be off doing something else nowadays." And then you've got, weather breaking for some people, starting to go into winter for some, and starting to go into summer for others. Have I been to West Virginia? No. I have been to Alexandria, Virginia, when the sun was stationed in Maryland at, Andrews. I've been there. Oh, don't worry, R&D, there is no tornado gonna be brave enough to take us out. Yes, Magda, and she had, like, clips from G and Alpo, uh, and Holly. It was just so some of it was, hard to listen to. So you get a lot of, hurricane residue, Hondo. Am I in the right place? Am I in the wrong place? Oh, I would, Hondo. If I could afford to just do nothing but wander around and travel, I would love to. I would probably not leave the States, though. Thank you, Wingstar. I think it's all past now, Wingstar. I'm gonna be sick. I'll have to look into that, Hondo. And, Hondo, if you ever have your options of visiting Indiana or Michigan, I strongly suggest Michigan. Indiana is pretty boring. A nice state to go through to go to somewhere exciting. Oh, I don't know, Meg. I didn't really hear anything. I think that, uh I think their schedule, in air quotes, is gonna be pretty much like the circus and the side shed. If they got something to say or they have, time to do it, they'll just pop up somewhere and do it. I don't know that they have a set plan, you know what I'm saying? I haven't been to a whole lot of, states out west, Hondo, but I've been to almost all of them. Oh, I have to rephrase that. If the son was, wherever he was stationed, we went to those. The husband went to, Wyoming and Colorado when he was stationed out that way. I went when he was in Maryland. Yeah, Indiana is, we're not really a big tourist town, well, state. We're mostly manufacturing. Thank you very much, Hondo. The grandson has taken on his, father's legacy now. He's also in the Air Force, and thankfully, he finally got to come back from overseas. That was that was so worrisome. And then, to top it all off, this year, the husband had 2 strokes on the very day that the son passed. Oh, it was like, "No, Satan, you may not have them all. No." not have any more. And thankfully, the husband is 100% stand. Yes, yes, evidently, Magda. Hi, mobile mechanic. I'm good, and you? Oh, yeah, see, Hondo, and so you don't have very many people there. We're a manufacturing and, legislative state, and so, no, we don't really have anything. Just so you know, we produce the light so that tell you how dry our state is. Thank you to your father too, Hondo. I'm glad to hear that, mechanic, because there for a while it was kinda sketchy, wasn't it? I'm glad to hear that you're on the, upswing. Tasha's always been, kind of entertaining, though, and then I heard that Carolyn gave up her channel. Yep, Hondo, and there are, like, my brother-in-law, well, 2 of them, they both have campers, and they go to state parks, go to they go all the backwoodsy places, and the husband and I might or might not, the, Hills Have Eyes theme song when we talk about that's a whole different story there. Hi, David, how are you? See, now that was my dad. My dad only wanted to go anywhere if it involved fishing. His brother was a hunter. Hi, Steph. How you doing? Steph, are you saying that you are not at Fundy? So good to see you, Fundy. I really need to get my hands down out in front of my face because every other word is cutting out. Lake fishing is good here. Uh, See, now we have rivers. River fishing in Indiana is okay because everything flows into the Ohio, I believe, or something. I don't know. I grew up on a lake, on a river, and we went floating. And I'm telling you, by the time we got out, we were 20 miles down the it didn't seem like we had gone 20 miles, but because my dad had to come pick me up, even as a teenager, he took his belt off and gave me a blister and said, "Do you know where this even goes? Do you know how long this has been?" No, I was just having a fun float down down the river. "Oh, Steph, are you still at home? Do I need to come over and nail the door shut?" David, I don't know what you're saying. Okay, David, so I'm going to try to I'm going to try to solve the puzzle. What you're saying is you feel like a dick. Is that the answer? Steph, wherever you can get the most comfort. Oh, I was wrong, David? So what were you saying, David? Oh, Steph, I feel for you. I really, really do. We used to work for well, when we painted for, free, and his wife suffered so bad with cellulitis of the leg, and she was always in and out of the hospital. Oh my god, it was horrible, so it's not the wait, maybe it is a carp. I don't know, but, there's a thing called the ditch, and that's where a lot of people go, fishing around here, and, I think it is the carp that they, whenever they catch the carp, they throw it into the, little ditch that farmers have at the end of the field where they pull fertilizer in for 'em, and that's what they do. PDX, I don't have any problem with you coming in here because there's a lot of channels that I go to where I only go because I want to talk to the people in the side chat and they don't go to some of the places that I go. So I have no problem with you being here. I don't think I ran into any of those. What is the dogfish one? What is that? What kind of fish is that? Well, whatever kind of fish the dogfish is, that thing is one hard fish to reel in. I mean, it'll pull a full grown person before it will give up and tire out enough to be pulled in. Up until I was 10 years old, every Saturday and Sunday morning, my dad would be out on the lake or the river or wherever he was going for the day to fish by 4 a.m. When I was 10 years old, he said, "Come on, get dressed, let's go." And I said, "I don't want to." And he said, "You're 10 years old. If you don't want to go, you can stay home." Like, turn that light out, I'm here. And then, of course, the first man that I meet, fisherman, off we go, fishing, fishing, fishing. I don't know what you said. Oh, J-Mac is over on panel at Camillo's. You're very welcome, Magda. You know, Magda, if you came up on panel, you could say it from panel. Just saying. I mean, I know I don't do panels yet, but I may. I might one day. Magda, that highlighting thing, that's technology above my level. Hi, Savannah. Hi. Oh, nice, Hondo. We do a lot of we catch a lot of smallmouth bass, largemouth bass. Um, what are those others? They pan fry them. Bluegill. Magda, I don't think anybody could get you to join a cult if you didn't really want to join it. I think that it would be the cult of Magda. Yeah, whoever them weirdos were in California or wherever, where they wore the purple clothes, the purple capes, and drank the purple Kool-Aid. I am a fan of purple. I would have joined. Oh, nice, Hondo. I know that that is a pretty big fish for those kind of fish. I know that's a pretty good weight. Oh, fish and chips, Bundy. That's my thing for Friday. I just wanna go and have fish and chips. Oh, thank you, Steph. I have always hated it. And then when I was telling, my husband that people were saying I sounded like a little kid, my dad my husband, not my dad, my husband said, "You do sound like a little kid." It's like, "Oh, well, now I'm never gonna speak again, ever. Never, ever again." Oh, Rose see, Meg, I was gonna make a Rosemary's Baby, comment, but I didn't wanna piss you off, so I I didn't. But I was thinking I was thinking along with you, Magda. Yeah, you gotta keep your cults and your covens straight. You can't be mixing this stuff up. Oh, thank you, buddy. Your cults, your covens, your 1%ers, all that stuff, you gotta keep 'em all straight. That's why I always have a 5-ring binder. I don't think I've ever seen a blue catfish. You ever watch that guy that does the fishing from his kayak condo? That my husband is hooked on that. He would be able to tell you who it is, but me too, me too. And don't hate me, but I all my choices here are limited, so I will be doing Long John Silver. Don't hate, don't hate. Uh, I don't think we went fishing at all last year, Hondo, but we used to be painters full time, and so, the year before, we took a this will be our last project because it was a big, indoor and outdoor remodel, and I'm telling ya, it took 2 years to get up to the point where he could put flooring, cabinets, ugh, drywall that did the drywall, we had to take things out because he did such a horrible job. I know, we should probably take a job this year, to catch up on the money we lost from that. It's like, "No, I'm done." So we really didn't get to do much of anything. We, did the painting and, the farmer's market, and that was pretty much it. I'm gonna have to figure why it goes. So, Savannah, anything new up in your neck of the woods? Oh, I don't know, Hondo. I'll have to report back. When, I'll ask my husband after I'm all done with it, and I'll post underneath this video who it is, because if you don't watch him, he is somebody that's entertaining, and he's, only technically he doesn't do you get into fishing a lot too, Seats? See, Steph, and I shrimp, okay, but all of my shrimp and all of my fish have to be ocean products and caught in the wild. I no farm, no, no. I don't know when they awake from hibernation. Are you looking for a historic home to visit or a historic home to own? Is fishing with Norm a funny one? Wow, buddy, that cuts out a lot of stuff. That cuts out a lot of stuff. So, just gonna be a carrot and a kumquat or something. I don't know. I only eat ugly apples, like, I don't eat Bambi or Thumper. Oh, nice, Savannah. Have Savannah. All the beautiful ones I've ever seen were in Savannah, Georgia, by the way. And then, Indiana, if you go to, Indianapolis, they have some really, really nice historic homes that have been well maintained. But as far as the state it goes, and I believe my sister-in-law's, friend has said that, in New Orleans, multiple floodwaters and stuff that they had has really done a number on the there. Historic dis Your number 13? Oh, yeah, funny, no. My dad was a hunter, and I had I have tried or been forced to try squirrel, quail, turkey, rabbit, snake, turtle. No, no, I've not seen it, Savannah. I don't get out much. When you're a painter, you, are pretty much busy the whole year except for in the winter, and if you're lucky enough, you've got winter work where you work inside, and anybody that thinks that you own your own business, your own no, you have even more than you would if you just go to a job or well, maybe you'll have to start doing that, Hondo. Maybe you'll have to start uploading them. I mean, because some of us, the sane ones, we need new and better, content to watch and listen to because we can't do the same old every day. Oh, nice, Hondo. See, so you have a boss, but when you own your own painting company, you get the guy who hired you, and then his wife, she wants to chime in all the time. And of course, she has 2 or 3 besties who come over and look at things, and then, of course, they have some ideas too. Or their brother, sister's daughter had a boyfriend who was a painter, and he never did it like that. Oh, I bet, Hondo. When we were 11, we went to Canada, my uncle and his family, and my dad's goal was to get northerns, fish for northern, and my uncle's goal was to skin a bear and come back with a bear skin. No, on the bear meat, no, no. My mom used to try to hide venison and everything. Chili, make it look like it was just a regular roast. No, you can smell that. It smells different. Oh, nice, Hondo. I'm still waiting for my nephew to, turn, he's turning a computer from Windows something into something else, and I'm still waiting, but he's had some health issues, so I'm not all that worried. I got my little Chromebook here, a lot of things you can't do with Chromebook, so it would be nice to have a computer. But I will look into that Restream. Maybe, I don't know. I really do like doing this, but, I mean, I wouldn't be heartbroken if I didn't do it. Like, I really don't plan on ever, monetize or anything like that, so do I wanna spend money to be able to talk instead of type? That is nice, that is a nice feature, I might add, but, if I don't have anyone to talk with, I don't have anyone to bounce back and forth with, I'm I'm worried that I'm gonna be boring for the audience. Oh, you know what? I think he's changing it from a Linux to Windows. Now that you type that, I think that's what it was. I don't know how to do Linux or something like that. I don't know. He's in charge of it. Eventually, he'll bring it over. Oh, no, Fundy. No, no, no. No on raw clams. If they're not breaded and deep fried, no, no. And I only like a handful of those once in a while. And I've never been able to do oysters because we had a PE teacher who would, have the, oyster on the half shell, sprinkle some hot sauce in there, and then, just suck it down. It's like, "Ugh, no, no." That's like a big snot ball. Hondo, I think the last Windows I worked with, I don't know, there's Windows on this probably, but the last one I really remember was, like, Windows 8. Oh, nice, Hondo. I don't think I've ever had eel fundy unless it was on some of the sushi that we had. It's not something I would volunteer to do. Just no, no. I would not volunteer to do squid or octopus or I am Hondo. I am so technologically deprived. Well, Hondo, I think that's what's on my, brace yourself, e-machine. And yes, my e-machine still works, but it says it will not go online. Well, I only have the e-machine, and like I said, he was supposed to be, updating it and making it so that I could use it now. So I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I know that he's had some health issues, and then he's got a daughter that's getting married. Right, Chief? I think E-Machine came out right after Gateway. So if anybody be thinking I'm hacking their stuff, not a chance, not a chance. So now we know I got an upgrade from a flip phone to a flat phone. Still working with Windows 8 E-Machine. Holy crap, is that what they look like now, Bundy? Not mine. Mine, whew, you need to have a little red wagon to pull it around in. Well, there you go, Hondo. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. If it does what you need it to do, that's all you needed to do. But like I said, even the Square people sent me an email going, "Oh, honey, honey, you need to upgrade. There's just no options." Well, anything produced between E-Machine and now, I would have no experience with whatsoever. Well, that's good funding because they just don't make anything like that now. And who was that got in trouble for, doing the, setting the, internal, parts up so that every 2.5 years you need to, either upgrade serious upgrade or you needed to just buy a new machine, period. Sure stuff, anything. So they kinda look like my Chromebook now, Fundy? Or like an iPad? Oh, now you're talking about stuff I got no clue, Hondo. Gee. Oh, I see, Fundy. I haven't really looked. I haven't shopped because I had that one in the garage, and when the next said, "Well, we could just take what you already have, and we can upgrade it and get you online and do all that stuff." It's like, "Okay, let's do that." So I never really looked for anything. I mean, but he has had it for almost a year now, just saying, so I might need to shop around this summer. I don't believe I ever had a BlackBerry. I never had a pager, I never had a BlackBerry. Funny. That's that's impressive. Steph, are you gonna ask? I'm waiting for your I'm I'm waiting. I'm waiting on the edge of my seat, Steph. 60 words per minute on a blackboard. Woo! I just see, yeah, I never got into anything like that. I was too geeky for all that stuff. I was a bookworm. Funny. Yes, it was, Bundy. Yes, it was. I remember, cause see, when I first started, it was all plug and play. You didn't have to know anything about it. Just plug it in, poo, and go. You know, Steph, I do not think that anything from that camp is ever what it appears to be. If anyone was, upset and said, "Get out, you've done it now, get out," I think that in that camp, things get mended, and it'll be back to the same old thing. Far as Tina, I think that for whatever reason, and, and we're all the same, we like people for whatever reason. They just vibe with us, and we vibe with them, and they may be not everyone or anyone else's cup of tea, but for whatever reason, we like 'em, and I'm good with it, and I think that Tina and Mark have that kind of vibe. I think that they really do enjoy each other, and I think that they keep in touch with each other behind the scenes, and I don't think it's for anything evil, or I don't think it's anything scripted. I think they're just friends. I think that's how it works. So, in answer to your question, I don't pay it any attention because I think it's all and if it's not fake, it's temp so, that's why I just don't follow things. I just I can't. If people call me boring, that's fine. I would rather be boring but real than fake and hollow. I know. Never bend over. Never sleep with both eyes. Hi, Jeff. How you doing? You would think, Bundy. I mean, I don't this channel will never be monetized. Never. Because I make my own money. Like, I could have, I was, involved in an injury where they said, "Well, because your knees are no good now, you won't be able to do a stand, for hours at a time, so you are actually considered disabled." And I said, "Well, how much money would I get if I said I was disabled?" The small, tiny amount they said, it's like, I can make that in a week at work. I will find a way to work. Kudos, Hondo, kudos. You took you you made some poor life choices, but in the end, you turned that all around for yourself, and I am so happy for you. I love when the story ends like that because people will make poor life choices, and then they'll take the pity card, and they'll just live a life of misery because they don't wanna do anything. That is not the way to go. So all the storms past you now, Jeff? That's I was thinking that, hurricanes were gonna blow me off to Kansas or off to, Osville, but nope, it seems to have calmed way down now. Totally understand, Hondo, totally understand. My brother-in-law, he, picked the military because he didn't think he'd get away from the people that he ran with, so he picked the military so he could just, get his head straight and get a whole new set of, people on his. I always did like working though. I don't know if it's because I have ADD or what, but I had always enjoyed working, and I would always push myself. I worked at, factories for a long time, and, I was the most hated person most of the time if I was on the line because I was a rate lister. I didn't mean to, but I would just push myself to see how much I could do. Thank you for coming in, Hondo. It was lovely visiting with you and getting caught up. And I hope you have more time for fishing and the, work doesn't pile up too high. You have a good night. Cheap seats. I think I was on ICU or so, ICQ or something. Meet me up at Yahoo Chat. I don't think I ever had a MySpace. Okay. Okay. I did have AOL. But to be fair, I also had a painting customer who was, employed by them, and he, was in charge of sales and marketing, and he would I he worked from home. So, we kept having this ding, 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 ding on the computer, and it was driving me insane, and it's like, "What is that noise?" And he said, "Every time it dings, someone new has signed up for AOL, and I have gotten a percentage of that." Honey, by 3 months, I'm still good. I'm still good. It's that last month, it's like, "Oh my god, is this thing still going on?" Because 26 weeks is a very long commitment. So, by the time I get up to, like, 20 weeks, it's like, "Okay, the fun is over now." I sh there should only be like, "Oh, what? Oh my god, there's 6 left?" Oh, every year, Bundy, every year is without fail. If they would just make it like 20 weeks, I could make it just fine, but man, it's that last 2 months, it's like, "Oh, no, I cannot do it." Plus the weather, the good weather is going and now the bad weather is coming in, and so even if you have the weekend off, there's not gonna be anything fun to do. Hello, Kinky Kim, how you doing? Kinky Kim, always with the same energy. No, I did not, Kinky, I don't follow him for real. Yes, we did, Jeff, but it never got really, really serious. I mean, the most it got was the tornado sirens went off, and it turned really dark, like it was 9 o'clock at night. The wind was going like 21 mile an hour, and then all of a sudden it got freakishly still, and that's usually a sign of a tornado. So we didn't get it. Hi, Misfit Jenny. Hi, nice to see you. Cheap. But Chief, was he asked to do it, or did he just do it, like the twerking at the Chunk E. Cheese? Big difference, big difference if there's no paycheck involved. So anyway, Jeff, did you get any bad weather? I was gonna say, Funny, were there even any customers? Hi, Candy Cupcakes, nice to see you. It's been a while. How you been? Oh, that sounds appetizing, Kinky Kim. That sounds like a real win there. But he's homeless. You're gonna look a little disheveled if you're homeless. I was, homeless a couple well, I moved out of my parents' house and got married when I was 17. Got a divorce when I was 18, got remarried when I was 20. So there was a couple stretches where I was homeless. I tell you straight up, you find out where the bathrooms and the showers are when you're homeless. And just an FYI, if you ever go homeless, do not, under any circumstance, have a baby kitten in the car with you while you're homeless. Not good. It just no. Prizes are abundant. Not a problem, Cammy, not a problem. So, Fundy, was it an Asian diner? Was he singing Asian songs in some foreign language? Oh, no, Fundy, I'm sorry to hear that. A lot of people been, saying they have, headaches and joint aches around here, and we've had rain on and off for the last 3 or 4 days. Stuff, I don't know. I think whoever it was would have had I think they would have, honored, Tina and Albert being there, and I think it would have, hit after they left. It's just me thinking. Oh, I'm sorry, Fundy. Is there nothing they can do for it? We no see your cat. Go away. We no see your cat. Oh, I hope it comes sooner rather than later, Funny, 'cause that's horrible to have to live with. And I've heard that we have we have a couple of, clinics side of the Canadian border, and that's what they said, that most of their, patients are, Canadian who just don't want to wait. I've never been able to take pain reliever, pain muscle relaxers and stuff like that. Tylenol or extra strength Excedrin is all I've ever been able to take. Hello, Missy. What you doing? I know, I know. It's okay. Are you my baby girl? Oh, I didn't know you went, live last night, Jeff. Sorry to hear that. Uh, Okay, well, it's been 86 minutes and it's been fun spending my evening with y'all. I did not get blown away to the land of Oz. Kind of disappointed there, but I did have a good time with y'all. So thank you all for coming in and love you. Wish you all the very best. You guys have a good night. See you later.